Hello everybody, here again with a guide video on LOONA. Now that we've got all of our pre-debut subunits, I want to make a guide for each of them because they're all so amazing and talented. I'm going to try to make these videos to be actually helpful for fans instead of just crack-filled like my unhelpful guide to LOONA haha. So if you want to learn more about the subunits, you've come to the right place. In this trilogy of videos, I'm going to talk about the members, the concept, the music, the variety, and the memes of each subunit. I got the inspiration of the format from this BTS channel's guides on their eras. Today, is going to be about the first ever subunit, LOONA 1/3. 1/3 has 4 members, Heejin, Hyunjin, Haseul, and Vivi. Yeojin used to count as a member of 1/3, I still think that she is, but right now, after Line and Up, BBC are categorizing her as more of a soloist. But in this video, she says, If I remember correctly, the main reason why she didn't debut in a group was that she was too young. Her solo, Kiss, later came out when she was 14, so she didn't even finish middle school then. Our precious Frogo deserves better. I hope BBC pushes her to be a variety queen after the OT12 debut. Going by the releases of the soloed, the first member I will talk about is Jeon Heejin. When I talk about the members, it's going to be very brief because I already said the basics like their birthdays, animal, and color in my first guide. Heejin came out with her solo Vivid, which like all LOONA songs, is a bop. It's got a very quirky, vibrant vibe to it and is, I guess you can say, a snazzy song. I don't like ranking the members because that shit is just unnecessary, but in 1/3, if I had to give her a position, she was definitely, in my opinion, the group's ace. Seriously, this girl can do everything, sing, dance, be a bunny. Along with Olivia and Yeojin, Heejin probably has one of the deeper voices in the group, and she showed that in the 1/3 songs. I also think she and Hyunjin are to be considered the centers of the group. They usually centered in the choruses of their songs. Speaking of Hyunjin, that's the next member on our list. Kim Hyunjin debuted with her solo Around You. This is the type of song you need to listen to when it's rainy and a little gray outside. It's a timeless ballad. I think Hyunjin will definitely be on the LOONA dance line. Her dance moves are pretty solid and she synchronizes well with the other members. Her voice is also, in my opinion, underrated. A lot of people say that she has a very airy voice, which is true, but others then say how that means she has a weak voice. Brew. I agree that she has an airy voice, but that does not mean she's a bad singer. She might not be one of the strongest vocals, but I think vocally, she's distinguishable and adds character to the group. Her voice is so soothing, it can calm disasters like the mind of a LOONA crackpot.
Hey you,
Next member is Jo Haseul. Oh wow, this voice box is actually cursed. Anyway, Jo Haseul, my 1/3 bias, debuted with the bop Let Me In. This song is pretty polarizing, either people love it or not. Some people don't like the classical instrumentals of the song, but I think it's gorgeous with a capital G. Seriously, it's a beautiful song. In 1/3, Haseul is definitely the main vocalist, and I think she will be one of them for all of LOONA. There's not much to say, she has a really good voice in my opinion. Her dancing isn't as strong as her singing, but she's still a decent dancer that can synchronize well with the other members. Okay, the last member we have is Miss Vivi. Vivi's solo came out after their first album, Love and Live, and she was actually introduced as a member through the Love and Live promos. Her solo was the retro legend, Every Day I Love You, and it is, again, a bop. With 1/3, Vivi had the least lines, but that's mostly due to her still not being completely fluent in Korean, at the time. Now, her Korean has improved a lot. Also, unfortunately, she gets bashed for her vocals, but then again, pre-debut, she was a goddamn model. A model, not a singer or a trainee. In fact, she moved to Korea from China by herself to be a K-pop trainee. Ugh, she's stronger than us all. In all honesty, her singing isn't even bad, and dancing is also pretty good. It's real cute. But Vivian truly did snap when Red Velvet came on. As the members themselves have stated, the concept of One Third is based on a girl's first hand at romance, her first love and crush. The first love idea views the girls to also be spunky, outgoing, and ready to confess their love.
지금 보고 싶어, 지금 너를 만나고 싶어라고 하는 가사처럼 당돌한 소녀의 마음을 표현한 곡입니다.
잘 외우시.
With this, it garners a little bit of a cute, innocent, and youthful theme to the group, which oh boy, is just so ethereal. They all look and sound like goddesses sent on this earth, and to spill some tea here, it really sucks that many people undermine One Third in their talent due to their, quote-unquote, boring, concept. It's here to stay, and without One Third, LOONA wouldn't be where they were now. Ahem. Going back to the concept and style, their first album, Love and Live, mostly had the group in school attire, uniform and gym clothes. I guess the style highlights the whole youthful and innocent concept using a school setting. In their repackage, Love and Evil, they wore more of the grand, classy lady wear to show a more mysterious, mature vibe, a concept that's repeated with the other subunits as well. Throughout both albums, One Third traveled to a lot of places. Like BBC spending millions kind of places. For all of the soloed, they traveled to different countries to film them except for Vivi's. Heejin went to France, Hyunjin in Japan, Hassel died in Iceland, and Yeojin visited Taiwan. For Love and Live, they went to New Zealand and Hong Kong, and for Love and Evil, they traveled to Prague. Yeah, BBC got that clout money. As for theories, the songs in the group and the members' solos didn't really connect much in this subunit like the others. I don't think BBC had a full plan on what to do with the lore of LOONA yet. All we got was that Vivi is an android, yeah, that's it. Now it's time to discuss the music of One Third. I'm not going to go too into depth about it, and I already talked about the concept, which goes with the type of music they did. Their first mini-album, Love and Live, had 5 tracks in it. Here's the list, and to save some time, I'll describe each track with a phrase. Okay, first, there's Into the New Heart. Underrated intro. Then, their title track, Love and Live. A great debut track for LOONA. Next, You and Me Together. This song is so cute, I love it so much. Fairy Tale, one of my favorite One Third tracks, it's such a nice love song. Lastly, Valentine Girl, I don't know why but I get nostalgic and feel like I'm playing a DS game when this song plays and I love it. Okay, those were my quick opinions of the songs. As for the repackaged mini-album, Love and Evil, which is a really cool name because evil is lived backwards, get it? Moving on, this repack introduces 3 new tracks, an intro, a title track, and a B-side. The songs in this repack have amazing instrumentals like Jesus, good job producers. The intro, Love and Evil, wow, she is a really powerful intro. If you like the sounds of Let Me In, I think you'll like this one. The title track, Sonatine, as I have stated before in my cracks, needs to for starters, reach 1 million views on YouTube, and secondly, is one of the best LOONA songs up to date. Don't even get me started with the B-side, Rain 51 dB, let me just say, the retro vibes hit hard with this one. It's my favorite One Third track. Period. With what they did in variety and public promos, LOONA One Third were definitely the commercial queens of the entire group. They did a good amount of CFs for mostly makeup brands. As expected, these 4 visuals all looked amazing, and it wasn't just the makeup that made them look like goddesses. As for music shows, I believe they only promoted on Nkageo, and I could only find 2 performances of each title track on YouTube. With the music shows, BBC went all out with the set design for Sonatine, it literally looked like heaven. As for variety shows idols go through, they didn't really appear on many. They had this very short interview, a segment with Fact and Star, and a really random cameo for a show where they were guest starred in. But they didn't like talk, at all. The producers of the show probably edited their part out, rip. So, to take it all in, the Fact and Star one was the only variety show interview they went to. However, they did have a few V-Lives, my favorite being the one for their 100th episode of LOONA TV. In this V-Live, they reacted to the LOONA TVs, but there's no English subs, cries. They also had a web drama, and that continued on to One Eye Circle, probably YY by Y2 later on. It's called Womana, and it's the straightest shit I've ever seen LOONA do. Don't worry though my gays, it's all acting, and in the end, the strongest ship that came out of that show was Hyunjin and Vivi's characters, so the gays win in the end anyway. The acting is, it's alright, I guess. Some parts were pure cringe, I still couldn't finish it. Still watch it though if you like web dramas. After the entire promotion of 1/3, in late 2017, Haseul, Heejin, and Hyunjin joined YG's survival show Mix 9. I'm still high-key salty because of how they did Hyunjin and Haseul dirty, and I've always had a disdain for YG for, well, being YG. At least it created a lot of attention for Hyunjin and Heejin in Korea because they were really great in the show. And of course, there's the good old LOONA TV, they had their regular arcs of 20 episodes per arc, and they also had the New Zealand special, which was a 3-part special where they did games in New Zealand. We finally made it, the last segment, the memes. Well, by memes I mean this is the quote-unquote, most important clips of 1/3. This is just a compilation of my favorite moments from 1/3, showcasing these iconic cuties.
드디어 이제 어디로 가지? 아, 체코로 갑니다. 이제 알겠어. 체코로 갑니다. 코 자야지. 코. 그렇다고 합니다. 체코 이행시. 코. 정말 이렇게 재미없는 사람들은 no gems. 다 먹었어, 마카롱? 한 입에?
딸기. 안 씻은 딸기. 이거. 귀여워요. 소프트. 네.
제가 제일 똑같은 거 같아요.
음악 주세요.
편집.
빨랐어. 너무 아유 자, 빨랐어요.
방탄소년단 선배님의 쩔어.
쩔어 정답. 자 과연 이것도 가능? 하진이 도전.
이거 안 하면
저 혼자
먹을
먹어요.
수 있어. 가위바위보 하면 위면 다 같이 먹어.
네네네.
루스면 너도 먹을 수 없어요.
똑똑해.
그러면 해? 해?
안 돼.
안 내면 진 거 가위바위보!
안 내지 걸 가위바위보.
안 내면 진 거 가위바위보! 이래서 빨리 일로 와!
새우부터 2시간밖에 못 주무셨다고 맘도 너무 아프고 너무 죄송하기도 하고 너무 감사하기도 해서 오늘 저희를 응원해주신 모든 팬분들과 함께 고생해주신 모든 스태프분들께 정말 감사드립니다. 더 발전하는 이달의 소녀가 되도록 하겠습니다. 감사합니다. 감사합니다.